It's rivalry time here on College Football 26 Road to Glory on Heisman difficulty. I am your host, Action Jackson Wilson, the running back / wide receiver of the Purdue Boilermakers. Folks, we're on a losing streak. Started the year 2-0 as a junior, and now we're 2-4. 4 unforgettable games at that. Got humbled by 2 top 10 powerhouses in the previous episode, and now we're looking to shake the rust with the Illini coming to town for the battle for the Purdue Cannon. Here we are from West Lafayette, Indiana. Jackson Wilson doing his best to pump up this crowd. Let's play some football here on Ladder of Light Gaming. Glad you guys are with us, but before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that Jesus Christ loves you. I don't care who you are or what you've been through. He sees you, he hears you, and he wants a relationship with you. So, if you haven't given your life to him yet, I pray that you do so now. And also, I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get going. So Purdue, which has been a common theme over the past couple of games, they will get the ball first. As we take a look at the Boilermakers, they come into this game with a record of 2-4. Illinois 3-3. Both teams are still looking for their first conference win here in the Big Ten. Something's got to give here today. Someone's going to break into the win column at last. Purdue lines up the offense with Jackson Wilson off to the left. And now they got to call timeout. And nope, we're not even going to get the timeout because we got a flag on the play. I did not like this playbook from Coach. I couldn't find the play I was looking for. So Carter Smith is going to take the delay of game and lose 5 yards here on the opening play. Now here we go with Illini lining up on defense in a zone formation. Purdue's going to hand this off to Jackson Wilson. He's looking for a space. He gets it and gains about 2 on that carry. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 13 for the Boilermakers here on the opening drive following the penalty by Carter Smith. And I personally don't like what Coach has up his sleeve here, but see if we can't make this interesting. Here's the snap. He's got a man wide open right there. It's caught. For a gain of about 8. Wilson delivering the minor block. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Boilermakers. They'd love to get a first down here and overcome that early penalty. Here's the snap to Carter Smith. He calls for charcoal. And it works. It's a first down for the Boilermakers. One of my loyal subscribers, Hetav, made the saying charcoal popular. Now it's very common that we put it in the comment section. Every time we say the word charcoal, good things are usually bound to happen, like you saw right there. So a fresh set of downs for Purdue as they overcome that early penalty. They would love to get on the board first and set the tone in this rivalry game against Illinois. Here's Jackson Wilson looking for a block, and now it goes off his hands, incomplete. Carter Smith frustrated, obviously, but at the same time, the blocking didn't look up to snuff either. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Boilermakers. Smith lines up in the shotgun formation with Wilson to his right. Now Wilson will cut up the middle. His teammate's wide open in that same area. And the catch is made for a gain of about 4. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Now the Boilermaker is going to try to hit him out of the mesh spot. Here is Smith looking. He's got Wilson wide open, and it's caught for the first down. Jackson Wilson gets it done for the Boilermakers. His first catch of the afternoon, and it's a big one to keep the drive alive. Jackson Wilson came into this game averaging a little bit more than 100 yards per game between receiving and rushing combined. Now they're going to go back to the run right here. Jackson Wilson up the middle. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Purdue's offensive line obviously has been a weakness this year. They're not giving Wilson much room to operate. Now let's see what we got here on 2nd and 10. Wilson has made a catch for 10 yards. He's also carried the ball twice. One for a 2-yard gain. The other he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Here's Wilson cutting over the middle, but his teammate is right there, and he's going to drop it incomplete, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10 now for the Boilermakers. Here is Smith taking the snap. Smith looking, and it's incomplete. The Illini defense gets the stop. Purdue keeps the Illini off the board. Now let's see what we got for him this time around. Let's get a play going for me. Let's try the slip screen. Purdue will start this drive from its own 39-yard line in a scoreless tie, 0-0. Here's the pass to Wilson. Oh, there's nobody in sight. No block necessary. Jackson Wilson with an 8-yard gain on that catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for Purdue. Illinois was looking for the run or a pass up the middle, and Carter Smith was able to deliver to Jackson Wilson. Now we'll hand it off to him off a gun trap. 18 receiving yards on 2 catches for Jackson Wilson. Now he gets the handoff. Here comes the pressure by Illinois, and Wilson loses 2 yards. Illinois brought the pressure. And now on 3rd down, here we go on a deep curl. Both defenses came to play here in the early going as Smith takes the snap. He's got Wilson, and it's picked off. It's intercepted by the Illini. Will they return it? Almost. But it's an interception by Smith, and Illinois is going to take over in good field position. And Illinois gets a touchdown. Now we once again line up in the shotgun formation. Wilson will audible. 6 seconds on the play clock. Here's the snap. Throw over the middle is broken up. Never mind, it's caught. David, great to have you in here, brother. Maybe you can bring us good fortune here. We're on a 4-game losing streak. It's my junior season here on Road to Glory. We have transferred from San Jose State to Purdue. We're trying to knock off Illinois in this rivalry, but quarterback just threw an interception, and a costly one at that set him up in good field goal range. Of course I remember you, man. It's great to have you back. Hope you're doing well. 2nd down and 6 coming up. All right, they're looking for the run, so let's go with a slant formation right here. Audible me. Snap to Smith. Wilson with the juke. Frees up the teammates. It's caught for the 1st down. Good pass there by Smith. 1st down, Boilermakers. So far for Jackson Wilson, he's made 3 catches for a total of 18 yards. Cuts over the middle. Teammate once again makes the catch. And he'll gain about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Again, they're looking for the run. So let's go with an all-go formation right here. Snap to Smith. He's got Wilson wide open over the middle. It's caught for the 1st down. Wilson making his 3rd catch today. He's now got 25 yards. That sets up another Purdue 1st down. And now let's go with the all-go. Here's the snap. Again, Wilson open over the middle. That's caught for a gain of about 6. Jackson Wilson and his quarterback Smith keeping it interesting and keeping it simple. And now we go to the slip screen. 31 receiving yards now for Jackson Wilson as they go for the screen play. Here it is. The blockers up front. Wilson with another positive gain, this one for 2 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Boilermakers. Got to do what we can to keep this drive alive. Now Wilson will audible out of this. Go for the left side. He goes in motion. The snap to Smith. Here it comes. He's got Wilson, and it is out of his reach. Incomplete. If that throw was on line, Wilson had at least 15 to 20 yards, but that throw is just a little bit too high for him. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 2 for the Boilermakers, and they're going to keep the offense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. Go for it. Wilson going in motion. Smith, quick throw, and it is going to be caught for the 1st down and more. The Boilermakers come up big. Trailing 7-0, needing to get points on the board. They'll definitely take that. It's a risky move by Coach going for it at midfield, but I like the play call. If it works out, that's all that matters. Now let's audible. See if we can get the run going with Wilson. Here's the snap to Smith. Wilson going up the middle. He's got blockers in front of him. There's a positive gain of 5 up the middle. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Illinois, thanks to a crucial interception, which gave them good field goal positioning, has a 7-0 lead over the Purdue Boilermakers. But Purdue is on the march, trying to get back in this game. Wilson just picked up a positive gain of 5 yards on that previous play. And now the Boilermakers, who are in field goal range, will try to keep the juices flowing right here. Here's the snap to Smith. Wide open teammate. Juke move, and he's got another 1st down. Boilermakers are showing a lot of fight, at least here in the early going. The second half, they've usually run out of gas, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Here's a 1st down. And Smith looking, makes another completed pass. That goes for a 1st down. How about Wilson's teammates doing work over the middle? That's now 104 yards by Carter Smith. He's starting to look like the Carter Smith we saw in the opening week against UConn. And now all of a sudden the Boilermakers are 11 yards away from tying this game. Now they set up in a trap formation. Now we're going to audible this again. Into a pass play. Smith in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's got Wilson over the middle. It is caught. That's a positive gain. Wilson wisely slides down to avoid being hit right there. You don't want to turn the ball over. Just keep the line moving however you can. Jackson Wilson with his 6th catch here today. And now let's see what we got for him on 2nd and 5. The ball is at the 6-yard line. Oh, we're going to go into another pass right here. Let's see if that middle opens up for us. 2nd and 5. The snap to Smith. Wilson wide open, but he elects to go to the left side. It's a touchdown for the Boilermakers. I don't care who makes the catch as long as it's a member of our team. And that's exactly what the Boilermakers have done. An interception by Smith, which set up Illinois for the game's opening touchdown. But Purdue comes right back. A great over-the-shoulder catch. This rivalry game is even at 7 apiece here in the second quarter. And now Illinois goes 3 and out, and now Purdue gets the ball back. Boilermakers looking for their first lead of this game. Wilson in motion to the left side. And now Wilson's going to change his route and go straight down. Here's the snap to Smith. Smith looking, and he's going to get sacked. A big play by the Illini defense to bring down Smith. And now on 2nd and 18, the Boilermakers will line up with Wilson in the backfield. We got to throw it right here. A run's not going to do any good. Here's the snap. Here's a catch on the sideline. Good play call by Purdue. That results in a gain of 10. And that's going to put the Boilermakers in reasonable position at 3rd down and 8 from the 31. Ooh, now we're going to go up against a superstar corner. Here's the snap to Smith. Smith, he's going to take a shot to Wilson. It is caught! First down, Purdue! Wilson with a great comeback route, and Smith was able to hit him right in his front pocket. Wilson with his 7th catch of this rivalry game gives Purdue a fresh set of downs. Here in a 7-7 tie. Wilson now with 48 receiving yards on the day. He's also added 5 rushing yards. Here's the snap to Smith. Wilson wide open, but the quarterback doesn't see him. It's incomplete. Wilson was wide open over the middle, but no dice. All right, let's go to a pistol formation right here. Going to stay away from the run because they've got that clogged up the middle, and our offensive line is super weak. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go straight down the left side. Let's go in motion from left to right. The snap to Smith. Wilson able to break free, but the quarterback gets hit as he throws. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Tough break right there. Wilson was once again wide open, but nothing doing. And now on 3rd and 10. Smith to throw it. Smith lets it fly, and that's just going to be a check down to the sideline. The pass goes incomplete, and Purdue will punt it away. Illinois gets the ball back and scores a touchdown. That makes it 14-7, so Purdue once again going to have to come from behind, trailing 14-7 as the first half winds down. Here is Smith in the shotgun with Wilson behind him. The snap to Smith. Throws it to Wilson's teammate over the middle. It is caught for a 5-yard gain. Purdue's got 50 seconds to work with here. Can they make something happen with only 2 timeouts? Now Smith. Illinois spreads out the defense. Here's the snap. Throws it to Wilson. Wilson to the outside, can't get to the sideline. He gains 2 yards on that catch, but that's all. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Let's run that play again. I don't know why we're not calling timeouts. Smith again in motion. Takes the snap. Flips it to Wilson. And Wilson can't secure it. I mean, we probably weren't going to score there anyway. I mean, the clock was rapidly winding down. All right, that'll take us to the second half. It'll be Purdue ball with Illinois leading 14-7. So far in this game for Jackson Wilson, he's made 8 catches for 49 yards. So he'll carry the ball 4 times for 5 yards. Snap to Smith. He's got Wilson outside, but he elects to go to the teammate instead. We'll take the positive gain. That brings up 2nd and 6. This is a huge drive here for the Purdue Boilermakers as they try to get this game back to even, trailing 14-7 against Illinois. Wilson goes to a hot route. Now he goes in motion. Right here. Wilson trying to juke his defender. Here's the snap to Smith. Smith looking. Throws it back out to Wilson, who makes the catch. I don't know what kind of a throw that was. I don't know why he just couldn't hit me downfield. Wilson had to come all the way back for that one, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. So after that absolute duck of a pass by Smith, Purdue's going to try to deliver here off the screen. But there is no blocking to be found, and Wilson is taken down. He made the catch, but no support from his teammates. But the defense holds. And now we got 1st down Purdue with the score still 14-7. Nope, we're definitely not going to that slip screen right now. That slip screen's been covered up by the Illini defense. All right, now Wilson to the left side of Smith. With 4 on the play clock, Smith takes the snap. Throws it, and it is caught for a gain of 4. That's how this next drive begins for Purdue. Snap to Smith. Smith throws, another completed pass. That's a gain of about 5, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and inches. Sneak this, Smith. Come on, don't fumble it like you did last game, please. All we need is a fresh set of downs right here, and Smith's got it. This is still a doable game, guys. All we need is a successful scoring drive to tie this game up. Here's the snap to Smith. Throws over the middle. That's been open pretty much all game. The catch is made, and that makes it 2nd down and 3. Carter Smith completes his 200th pass of the season. You need more of that with Purdue trailing by 7 points. And now Smith takes the snap. This time he's got Wilson over the middle, but he elects to go to the left sideline. I like it, Smith. Way to mix things up. 1st down, Boilermakers. Now to the wide trail we go. Snap to Smith. Wilson with a hard cut over the middle. That's going to be caught and secured for a gain of about 4. Jackson Wilson now with 11 catches on the day. Continues to rack up the receptions at the wide receiver, running back dual position. He's now got 51 receiving yards, and now we go to a screen. Wilson needing help from his teammates, and he gets it, and he scurries out of bounds for the 1st. Another good play for Purdue. 1st down in Illinois territory. This will be marked at the 44. The screen play finally works out for Jackson Wilson. And now let's see what we got on this all go. Wilson now with 60 receiving yards on the day. He'll go with the short route right here. Tries to juke over the middle. Oh, what a throw by Smith! Another Purdue 1st down. This is a major gain up to the Illinois 28. Let's go, guys. Keep the juices flowing. We got a ball game here today, and I haven't been able to say that in a while. We haven't been competitive for the last 4 weeks. Now Wilson's going to change his course right here. They put him in motion. The snap to Smith. Looking for a sideline strike with Wilson. Incomplete. That pass was a little bit off kilter from Smith. Wilson was wide open. But now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Smith. Again, he's got someone over the middle. That's another 1st down for the Purdue Boilermakers. What a rivalry game this is turning into. Illinois may have the lead, but the Boilermakers are coming. 1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Here is Smith as we audible out of this play. Wilson's going to lay back. Let Smith do his thing. Fake handoff over the middle, another completion. And that's going to set up 1st and goal for the Boilermakers. The fake handoff to Wilson, and Smith with another completed pass. And now from the 3-yard line, they line it up with Wilson to the right. Takes the snap. Wilson looking to tie this game up. And he does it! Jackson Wilson! Had to go through 4 Illini players, but he breaks the play to the goal line to tie it. Jackson Wilson with his 6th touchdown of his junior season. Look at this effort, refusing to go down. Shades of what he did at San Jose State when he scored that 1 touchdown against New Mexico. We got a new ball game here in this rivalry contest. It is 14-14. And now Purdue gets the ball back again. A quick 3 and out by the Illinois offense. And now Purdue is in field goal range as they look to keep the line moving here. We start out in a running play. Now let's go to a stick formation. Wilson in motion. Here is Smith. Smith takes the snap. He throws. It is completed. A gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2 coming up from the 9-yard line. What an effort here tonight for the Purdue Boilermakers. As they now line up in a corner strike, looking to take their first lead of this game. Here's the snap. Pressure is coming. The throw to the sideline is a beauty, and it's caught. That's going to bring up first down and goal for the Boilermakers. And now from the 2-yard line, once again, they're going to give this to Jackson Wilson. This time it's going to be on a slip screen. Can we punch in our second touchdown and give the Boilermakers the lead? The answer is yes, we're in. Great team effort, and Jackson Wilson's got another touchdown. Purdue takes the lead for the first time in a game, 20-14. Again, Jackson Wilson not getting much help right there. He had to rely on his strength, using his whole entire body to break the play to the goal line. He gets it done. And Purdue leads it 21-14. And we got the ball again. The Boilermakers, who entered this game on a 4-game skid, trying to knock off Illinois in this rivalry contest here on Heisman difficulty. On this drive, they're going to start with Wilson on the left side. Here's the snap. Wilson looking for the juke. It's not there, but the teammates thankfully are. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the first time in ages that it's been more than just me putting up numbers. The whole team is getting it done here today, and look at the score. 21-14. We're trying to pick up our first conference win, and boy, it would be a big one here against rival Illinois. Now here is Smith, motioning to the outside with Wilson. It's not there, but there's the teammate. They're keying in on Wilson, which is allowing the other Boilermaker players to eat. Dinner is served. The clock is on our side if we can keep the sticks moving. Vertical HB burst. Come on, guys. A great game for Jackson Wilson here today. 12 catches, 62 yards. He's also scored 2 touchdowns. He scored a touchdown to tie, and then he put up 6 more to give Purdue the lead here in this rivalry game. And now he's open over the middle, but Smith is going to get derailed. That's going to be the second sack of the game for Illinois. And now on 3rd down and 17, let's go with a post curl. Just don't do anything foolish right here. The worst that we can do is give up a tie if we don't get it right here. Here's a deep shot down the left side, and it is intercepted by the Illini. And back they come to midfield, breaking a couple of tackles. Now all of a sudden Illinois can respond. Braden Smith throws his second interception of the game. His first one resulted in a touchdown. Let's hope that's not the case here late in the game with 8:12 up on the clock. What a football game this has been here tonight here in West Lafayette. 2 rivals going at it, but Illinois again gives the ball away. The ball goes back to Purdue. 8 minutes to go in the game. I can see they're once again in pass defense on the right side, so let's go with the zone weak. Here's the handoff to Wilson, but the pressure gets to him. Wilson with a loss of 2 as Illinois brought the heat. And that brings up 2nd down and 12. Here is Smith in the shotgun. 2nd and 12, he takes the snap. He's got Wilson on the sideline, but he elects to go over the middle. It's a completed pass. That makes it 3rd down and 8. Now we need a first down right here, guys. So I'm going to go in motion and try to juke him on the right sideline. Here we go. Throw it now, throw it now. Incomplete. Again, that throw was a little bit off. If it was right to me, I probably could have made that catch. But Illinois is going to get the ball back with another opportunity to tie it up. But the defense once again comes through. And with 5:57 to go, Illinois once again takes over. Let's go back to the screen. We haven't done that in a while. We got to come up big right here, guys. 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Throw to Wilson. Great blocking out in front. Wilson with a positive gain on that catch. That brings up 2nd down and 6. Wilson now with 66 receiving yards today. Our goal is just to keep that line moving. Purdue trying to hang on and win this rivalry game, snap a 4-game losing streak, and get in the victory formation in the Big Ten Conference for the first time all year. Snap to Smith, fake handoff. Now he's got Wilson, and it is caught by Wilson for another positive gain of 5. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. 13 receptions on the day for Jackson Wilson. He's now got 71 yards. In that department, he's also picked up a couple of touchdowns. He's got 80 yards total. On 3rd and 1, this is a big play coming up for the Purdue offense. All right, they're looking for the run, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go with a Y trail. I'm going to make my route this way. As a matter of fact, let's call timeout. I don't like this. 21-14, Purdue leading Illinois. 5:09 to go. This is College Football 26, Road to Glory on Heisman difficulty. I'm your host, Action Jackson Wilson. Can we pull it off here today? Get back in the win column for the first time in 5 weeks. We started the year 2-0. Now we sit at 2-4. Here's what we're going to do out of this timeout. We're going to make them think that we're going to run it. Can we even get the snap off? Yes, we do. And Wilson's got the first down up the middle. We really didn't have much choice there. We had to run it because of the miscommunication. And what do you know? Jackson Wilson delivers. Illinois was looking for it, but I finally got a good block in front of me, and I was able to make good things happen off of that. 4:49 to go. Wilson now with 83 yards on the day. 12 yards on 7 attempts, and they'll run it again. Another great block. There goes Wilson for another first and more. Jackson Wilson coming up big when his team needs him the most. Rivalry bragging rights on the line, and Wilson is finally loose on the handoffs. Keep that clock moving. We move to the 30-yard line. Here is Smith taking another snap. Again, they're looking for pass. There goes Wilson again. A gain of 9 on that carry for Jackson Wilson. We're at the 4-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Purdue trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Wilson with another 100-plus yard performance. Look at that balanced stat line in the top left corner. Wilson with an A-plus grade. He's looking to continue to run the ball, keep that clock moving, and keep the chains moving. Smith handoff. Another great block. Wilson with another first down for the Boilermakers. That's 40 rushing yards for Jackson Wilson on the day. And now coach is going to lift him, probably because of my wear and tear. But I've done my job, guys. I've got 2 touchdowns, and I've got us in position to at least get a field goal. Let's see if we can make this stick. We get the field goal, we get the ball back, and that's a winner! Hallelujah! The losing streak is done! It is history! The Boilermakers make it count as they win the battle for the Purdue Cannon, 24-14 over Illinois. And the player of the game is yours truly, Action Jackson Wilson, who got a pair of touchdowns. And he helped put the game away with a couple of key positive carries down the final stretch of the 4th quarter. Jackson Wilson is definitely battered and bruised after this one, but look at this performance. 71 receiving yards, 40 yards on the ground, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns, an A-plus grade, and a victory for Purdue. Their first in Big Ten Conference play as they hold off the Illini 24-14. Love, my friends, what a time for you to come back. It's a victory formation for the Purdue Boilermakers. Jackson Wilson's junior season rolls along here on Road to Glory. We've reached the midway point. Doing all we can for this team. It feels good to be back on the celebration side for the first time in 2 videos in 5 weeks. The dual threat halfback showed up and showed out for Purdue. Now, where's my bag of ice? I need some for my shoulders and I need some for my knees. That's a big win for us because now it restores hope that we can make it to a bowl game. You got to win 6 games if you want to go bowling. Right now we're at 3-4. We started the year 2-0, and we went on a massive losing skid in which we got completely skunked in each of those contests. But what a victory that is. 24-14. We had to overcome an early interception. Yet another miscue by Smith, which resulted in Illinois getting the first points of the game. We march down, our defense shows out. Jackson Wilson with a pair of touchdowns, the first to tie, the next for the lead. And then he carried a couple of big handoffs for first downs and positive gains to help put the game on ice and get Purdue in field goal range to beat the Illini 24-14. Let's advance the week, but not before we upgrade our player. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys haven't already. You're watching CFB 26 Road to Glory on Heisman difficulty with yours truly, Action Jackson Wilson. All right, let's go with route running for this. Got to be able to run those routes as a dual threat back because if our offensive line ain't blocking, and I got to watch my wear and tear, I got to utilize my wide receiver skills. So that was a big win for the Boilermakers to get to 3-4. And now as we take a look at our upcoming schedule, we have another key conference game to get ready for. We're going to be at home again, this time against Rutgers. And then we will call it an episode and get ready for USC, Ohio State, Washington, and Indiana in what's going to be a challenging final stretch. But we do have a home stretch here, because after being on the road for 4 games in a row, we get to have 5 straight in West Lafayette. That's definitely a relief for us. It definitely feels a lot better to be in front of your home fans than being in a hostile environment with a shaking screen and the inability to audible week after week. All right, let's see what we can do against Rutgers. Those of you just tuning in, welcome. This is Action Jackson Wilson with CFB 26, Road to Glory. Transferred from San Jose State to Purdue after 2 successful seasons as a Spartan. Now I'm spending the last 2 years of my career as a Boilermaker. We definitely got to get in that rehab so we can get healthy for the next week. There you go, the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. That's the 2nd time this year that I've received that honor. And now we got another struggling team rolling into West Lafayette. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights, who are 0-5 in the Big Ten Conference. Illinois was also winless in the Big Ten entering our rivalry game. Let's see if we can keep our foot on the gas pedal against the Scarlet Knights. First things first, let's go to our weekly agenda. We're doing great in the classroom. Let's get back in that rehab. Got to make sure we're healthy week after week for these contests. All right, we're ready to roll. Let's head to practice. Get this out of the way real quick. I love to do the rushing attack. While it does get a little bit repetitive, it's a great way to get positive points for your coaching. Got to show out in practice to keep your coach happy. And excel in the classroom as well, like we've been doing. We got our GPA up to 3.4 with finals week around the corner. Guys, optimistically speaking, despite all that we've been through with this tough schedule here in the Big Ten, if we can win this next game against Rutgers, we're back to 500 at 4-4, and we're right on the cusp of a bowl game. I've been a part of a team that's won a bowl championship. That was my first year at North Carolina, my true freshman year. I never played, though. I basically came on as a fourth-string running back, a two-star running back out of high school. I was the underdog. I took the underdog journey. So my goal is just to set an example in practice and on the sideline and in the classroom at North Carolina. Then I transferred to San Jose State for my redshirt freshman and sophomore years. Broke the all-time reception record, not just for the Mountain West Conference, but the NCAA. Really dissected the competition despite us having poor coaching and a mediocre team. We made it to a bowl game both seasons, but because, like I said, of poor coaching and keeping me out of the game for the whole second half, we ended up blowing leads in both of those bowl games and falling short. Let's see what happens here at Purdue as we try to get this drill nailed down. Nice juke move. Can I get around him? The answer is no. But we're still in good shape. We got that multiplier in the top right corner. We can get the end zone a few more times. We will get the gold ranking for this drill. There's a good block right here. We need more of those in the game when I'm on that slip screen. See, look at that. If I got a block in front of me, I can turn those jets on at full speed. See, watch. A little bit of space. That's all I need. See, now we're gone. Another handoff. Here we go. Wilson up the middle, down the left sideline. All right, just to kill time here, guys, I'm just going to run back like this. We've already got the gold ranking locked up, so I just want us to go to the game. Here, check this out, though. I'm about to go all the way back around and beat him to the end zone anyway. Check me out. What in the blue moon? I'm trolling like a mug. All right, guys, without further ado, I've got one question for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for another home game as the Purdue Boilermakers take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights on the Big Ten Conference Super Slam? The WWE fans will get that one. If you guys haven't already, be sure to check out John Cena Prank Call on YouTube. I guarantee that will give you a laugh. Still to this day, one of the funniest things I've ever watched. All right, let's see if we can knock off Rutgers, make it back-to-back victories. That'd be a nice breath of fresh air for us after losing 4 in a row. In blowout fashion on top of everything else. So following their huge rivalry win against Illinois, the Boilermakers are back in the ring looking for another knockout punch. As they look to take down the ailing Rutgers Scarlet Knights. But this could also be a trap game, and it wouldn't surprise me if that ended up being the case because Rutgers is due for a win. They're due for a solid performance. It's any given Saturday/Sunday or whenever this game is being held. As the Scarlet Knights make their way onto the field in front of this raucous crowd here in West Lafayette, Indiana. The Purdue Boilermaker fans have been so great to us. It's been such an environment. A fun one to play in. I've loved it ever since I came here. And now we're at the 100% health. Jackson Wilson will take to the field following a defensive stop by the Purdue defense. Here we go, y'all. Let's start out in a little PA slide. And I'm going to change my route already. Here we go. How will we start this game off? The snap to Smith. He's looking for Wilson, and it is caught for a positive gain of 5 as Wilson tiptoes his way out of bounds at the 25. So Wilson, who made 13 catches for over 80 yards in the last win against Illinois, looking to pick right back where he left off here against Rutgers. Got to utilize that pass game because they're looking for rush. You can tell by the way their defense is set up. So here's what we're going to do. Another audible for Jackson Wilson. Here we go. Here's the snap to Carter Smith. Wilson wide open over the middle. Bullseye! Great throw by Carter Smith. Jackson Wilson out of the gate on fire. 2 catches for 14 yards and a great slide down right there in front of 2 Rutgers defenders. So after the defense gets a stop, Boilermakers offense is on the prowl, seeking whom they may devour. Here we go. Again, Smith has got Wilson, but he gets hit. It's incomplete. Smith had an added time frame right there due to that protection, but it eventually broke down, and he had to settle for an incomplete pass. Thankfully, it wasn't a sack. He was able to get rid of it in time. Now they're going to put Jackson Wilson in motion right here. And let's audible out of this and go to double slants. Keep the defense on its toes. Here's the snap to Smith. Smith over the middle. That's complete. Great play right there for a gain of 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Come on, hitch corners. Ooh, if this works out, I'll have an opening right up the middle. I'm going to stay in motion here, keep the defense guessing. Here we go. Snap is to Smith. Smith. He's got a man wide open down the left sideline, but it's incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 3 for the Boilermakers. They will have to punt it. So Jackson Wilson was solid on that opening drive. He made 2 catches for a total of 15 yards, and now, after another big stop by the Boilermakers defense, let's see what we got for him this time around. Wilson again going in motion. I'm going to audible this to the sideline. Come on, Smith, you got to be quick on this if it's open. Here we go. Staying in motion. 3 on the play clock. Here's the snap to Smith. He's got Wilson right there, but it's incomplete. Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. We just got to get the pass a little better. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Well, they're looking for pass. Let's go with a run play right here. Smith takes the snap. Hands it off to Wilson. Wilson up the middle. That's going to be a positive gain of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Boilermakers. All right, slip screen to the left side. Here is Smith in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap, flips it to Wilson, looking for the first, and he's going to get it and more. He scurries out of bounds. Great screen play there for Jackson Wilson and the Boilermakers. It'll be 1st down at the 34-yard line. The pressure was coming. Smith had to get rid of it, and Wilson was right there for support. He's now got 22 receiving yards on the day. Wilson remaining on his toes. I'm going to go straight down on this. Hey, if I beat this guy, be ready to throw it, Smith. Hold on. Let's do it again. We'll do it again. All right, here we go. Snap to Smith. Smith to throw it. It is caught for a gain of 4 as he went to the left sideline. We're in the first quarter, just getting rolling. Here in week number 9 between Rutgers and Purdue. Rutgers 1-7. Purdue just snapped the 4-game losing streak. They're 3-4. Here's the snap. Wilson wide open over the middle. Caught for the 1st down. Great catch by Wilson on that dive. He's been cooking with some grease ever since he returned home to West Lafayette. Smith with all the time in the world. Wilson with another great catch. Able to maintain possession as he went down. Now this is going to be a run play. Smith with a handoff. Good patience by Wilson, but Rutgers has got plenty of help on that line. It'll be a gain of about 1, which brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Boilermakers here against Rutgers. They're at midfield with Smith in the shotgun. He takes the snap, throws over the middle, wide open, and it's completed. A gain of about 8. That's going to make it 3rd down and 1. All right, let's see what's going on in the slip screen. Griffin, that's perfect timing because I should be done with this stream by then. This is the final game of today. We're looking to finish strong. Wilson wide open. Nothing but green in front of him. 1st down, Boilermakers. 39 yards on 5 catches for Jackson Wilson. They keep the line moving. They were looking for the run. Wilson with the great play call, helping out his coach. Let's keep it going, guys. We're moving into field goal range. Trying to make it back-to-back victories and get to 4-4 on the season. Smith in the shotgun takes the snap. Wilson, open over the middle, but so is his teammate. He's got it. Nicely done, guys. Great team efforts. Smith's finally getting his game polished up. Now we're going to go back to the slip screen from the 20-yard line. You know what? That looks like it's going to be covered, so let's go back to a corner strike. And I'm going to go straight down the middle. Here we go. Snap to Smith. Wilson cutting over the middle. He's going to take a shot to the left sideline, and that's caught for a gain of about 1. That brings up 2nd and 9. Purdue is on the march, looking to get the first points of this game on the board. The question is, will it be a field goal or a touchdown? Wilson's going to be in motion to the right side here as the snap goes to Smith. Now Wilson with the hard cut up the middle as his teammate makes the catch for a gain of 3. 3rd down and 6 coming up. This is a big play here in the early going. 1:40 left on the first quarter clock as Jackson Wilson lines up to the left of Smith. Smith takes the snap. He's got Wilson right there. Caught! And Wilson's going to scamper to the sideline and out of bounds. Wilson with catch number 6 on the day here against Rutgers. Wilson is heating up here in Big Ten Conference play. He's got 6 catches, and now we got 1st and goal coming up at the 5-yard line. Let's go with a slant stick. Boilermakers can smell the end zone. Is this going to be their scoring trip? Jackson Wilson will audible. And now go in motion. Here's the snap. With 3 on the play clock. And now we'll take a timeout. Take a timeout. Yeah, I didn't like the way that he was calling that out. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we'll go back to the slant stick. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Purdue looking to strike first today against Rutgers. The snap to Smith. He throws. It's a beauty! Bullseye! Touchdown, Boilermakers! House is in the house. And the Boilermakers have an early lead. That's crucial. Clayton House with his first touchdown here at home. And it comes at a good time here in the middle of the season where Purdue is looking to give their fans some optimism that they can compete for a bowl game. They currently sit at 3-4. Jackson Wilson with a solid performance thus far. And now we'll see if the defense can hold it. They do for the time being. So we once again go to a slant stick here as they line up from the Purdue 34-yard line. Jackson Wilson wide open on the sideline, but again he's overthrown. Incomplete pass by Smith. That would have been probably 7 or 8 yards for Jackson Wilson. And now let's go to the slip screen again. Well, we got some superstars right there. Let's block. Here we go. The pass to Wilson. There it is. Wilson down the sideline. Tiptoes to the first down. We're feeling it today, guys. Calling plays at the perfect time. Creating nothing but daylight. This is how we looked in week 1 against UConn. It's nice to have that back. Dang, every time I call out a run play, they're looking for it. Got to be able to read that defense. All right, let's go to an all-go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my positioning. And let's go. Wilson trying to break free. He can't do it. And now all of a sudden the ball squirts out, and Rutgers is going to pick it up. So a costly turnover by the Purdue Boilermakers. They look to take control of this game, but the Scarlet Knights say not so fast. And go figure, it's Smith giving it up. DeMarco Rulin knocked it out. Smith took forever to throw the ball. Oh, we got to challenge that. Challenge that play. I think he was down. Unfortunately, they don't give us the option to challenge. At least I don't think. So Rutgers will get a field goal. Hey, shout out to our defense, man. That could have been much worse. All right, this has been working for us today, but it's not going to that time. We need to change this up. Let's go to a run. Right here. Oh, and now we got somebody that jumped off sides, and it looks like it was yours truly, Jackson Wilson. Got a little too excited right there. And now it's going to bring up first down and 15. All right, they're going to be looking for us to pass. So let's try to run it this time. Here's the snap to Smith. And there goes Wilson. Up the middle. There's a good run. A gain of 7 for Jackson Wilson. He's now got 14 yards on 3 carries. Second down and 8. Purdue leading 7-3. As Smith takes the snap. He's looking over the middle, and it is caught. A gain of 6. Third down and 2 coming up for the Boilermakers. All right, this is going to be a run play. Can Jackson Wilson come up big and keep this line moving? The answer is yes. Jackson Wilson able to pick it up. All he needs is a little bit of daylight, and he'll take care of the rest. Wilson with the third down carry. His solid performance continues. 61 receiving yards, 18 rushing yards, and Purdue leading 7-3. Now let's switch this up to shock formation. Don't jump off sides. Let's make this happen here, guys. Wilson in motion. Snap to Smith. Wilson on the sideline. Caught. That's a positive gain of 4. We'll take that. Good throw, Smith. See, that's what I'm talking about. If they play zone right there in the middle, that's a free 5 yards every time. Let's continue to utilize that. Clock continues to wind as Smith lines up in the backfield with Wilson behind him and a tight end to his right in the slot. Boilermakers trying to get this set up. They'll put Wilson in motion to the left side. Here's the snap. The throw by Smith over the middle is complete. And that's going to be another Boilermaker first down. Continuing to work our way through the second half. Boilermakers with the lead, trying to take complete control after giving away a costly fumble that turned a 7-0 game to 7-3. And now Smith takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Wilson. Smith, run the ball. You got nothing but daylight in front of you. And now we fumble it again and lose yardage. Smith, you got to have awareness, man. I don't care if you're a quarterback that doesn't like to run it. You got to take advantage of that. I saw that right in front of you. And now just like that, it's second down and 16 because of Smith's situational awareness. All right, back to the shock. You're putting me in motion again. Hey, if the sideline's there, take a shot at it. Go, Smith. Go, Smith. I'm right here. There you go. Good throw. That'll help us make up for it. A great juke by Jackson Wilson, and he's able to make that catch. Wilson has been able to do whatever he wants today against this Rutgers defense. He's looking to put together another UConn and Illinois performance. And now on third down and 4. There's a pocket up the middle with good blocking, and Jackson Wilson's got another first down on the carry. Wilson clutches up again, keeps the chains moving for Purdue. And now they line up with the ball at the 28-yard line. They're going back to the run with Wilson again. Another pocket, and there he goes. Jackson Wilson, first down to the 10-yard line. See what happens when you guys block? Hey, let's keep going. Yep, they're still in that formation. They're not set. Let's go. Hand it off again. Good block right there. Wilson up the middle. That's to the 3-yard line. Hey, feed me. Feed me. I'm hungry. Feed me. Wilson looking for the end zone. Trying to put the Boilermakers in complete control. And he can't get in on that one, but he's closer. He's to the 1. All right, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. Let's go pistol, strong power. Come on, teammates. We need good blocking right there up the middle. Here's the handoff. Wilson to the end zone, and he's in there! Touchdown, Boilermakers! Boiler up, boiler up, boiler up. Let's get a boiler up in the comment section. Purdue is in complete control early. Jackson Wilson putting the team on his back. That's 3 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Wilson was in the end zone twice in a big victory against Illinois, and now he picks up 6 against Rutgers. Can the defense come up big? You know they can. You gotta love that momentum. Look at this first half performance by Jackson Wilson, 129 yards. He's been able to do whatever he wants. His teammates are following suit. There's a good catch and a spin. And now we've reached the 2-minute warning. Purdue trying to keep adding on to this. They're at midfield. They would love to at least get 3 more. Don't try to overdo things, guys. Just keep it simple. Let's hand it off to Wilson again. The blocking has been there, and that's the case again. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the first, but it's still a positive gain nonetheless. 3rd down and 2 coming up. Let's go to a screen again. We've been running the ball. Let's see if we can catch him off guard right here. Come on, Smith. Hike it, quick. Quickly. Let me go over here. Snap it. Go. Oh, that's not going to work. Come on. Hey, that's okay, though. 4th down and 4. Keep the offense on the field. Come on, coach. Keep the offense on the field. Oh, that sucks. All right. Well, great job by the defense. This is a struggling Rutgers team. We can't let them stick around. We can't give them any momentum. All right, since we're at the 21-yard line, let's keep it simple. Let's do a little counter play. See if we can't pick up something here. Here goes Wilson up the middle. Close to the 1st down, but that's going to take us to halftime. We'll take it, though. That's a solid first half, guys. Leading 14-3. Trying to get a victory on the board for the 2nd consecutive week. Look at Jackson Wilson, 64 yards on the ground, nearing 100 yards through the air. He's got a touchdown that helped Purdue take complete control of this game temporarily. You don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal. We still got a whole half left to play. But I like the position we're in. So Purdue will get the ball first to begin the 2nd half. So here we go. Let's try some red zone scissors. 9:54 to go in the 3rd quarter. Just getting rolling here in the 2nd half. The pass to Wilson over the middle. That's a positive gain. Good check down by Smith. That makes it 2nd down and 8. Purdue 14. Rutgers 3. Jackson Wilson's been all over the place here today. The throw downfield by Smith is going to be incomplete. And that makes it 3rd down and 8. Now let's go with an angle curl. Be ready here, because if I'm open, you got to hit me. Here we go. Pressure coming. Tight end can't reel it in. He got absolutely smashed there. That probably could have been pass interference. I don't know about that call from the ref, but it is what it is. So Rutgers gets the ball back, but goes 3 and out. Really, all we need is 1 more touchdown, and we can put this game out of reach. With the way this Rutgers offense has been playing here today, they haven't done much. All right, let's give it back to Wilson here on a rush, if it's there. However, it doesn't look like it is, so let's go the corner strike. Here we go. 5 seconds to get the play off. Here's Smith, and now we got movement once again against Purdue. Come on, guys. We can't afford them penalties. All right, let's take the mesh spot this time. Stick with the pass game here. They're in rush formation. Here we go. Perfect. Right there. Good throw, good catch. Despite starting out at 1st and 15, it's now 2nd and manageable. 2nd and 5 for the Boilermakers, who are in complete control of Rutgers, leading 14-3. Now let's try the slip screen again. This has worked to perfection so far. Can we get another positive game out of it? They flip it to Wilson, and it's incomplete. Incomplete, and that makes it 3rd down and 5. I can't believe the game doesn't make me catch that. Look, nothing more I could have done. That's a perfect play. We just squeeze it right there. All right, this is going to be a run right here on 3rd and 5. They hand it off to Wilson. Can he pick it up? You bet! Oh my goodness! He's loose! And he almost goes all the way! Oh my goodness, what a big tackle that was for Rutgers. If that isn't made, this game is over. Jackson Wilson looking for his 2nd touchdown of the game. This is the breakout running performance we've been waiting for. Jackson Wilson putting the team on his back here today. 76 receiving yards, 96 rushing yards. They hand it to him again. Wilson with good blockers, still going. 1st down again for Purdue. 111 rushing yards for Jackson Wilson, a career high, as he looks to wheel Purdue back to the 500 mark. Help them get back-to-back victories here in Big Ten Conference play. Now let's hand it off out of a counter. Guys, if we block again, it's right there. Here we go. Wilson up the middle. There's another positive gain. He keeps moving the pile. That makes it 2nd and 5. HB direct. Keep this on the ground. When in doubt, feed Wilson. Here he goes again. Wilson pushing, shoving. Makes it 3rd down and 4. All right, now we go for the screen. Let's go for the screen on 3rd down and 4, guys. Where is that play at? All right, we're going to go to the right. We get good blockers. We can take complete command of this game. Wilson's already got a touchdown in this game. What's he got here on 3rd and 4? He makes the catch. Wilson looking for the end zone, but he has to go out of bounds. But he did pick up the 1st. 1st and goal coming up for Purdue. And they're going to go right back to yours truly as they look to make this 21-3. The handoff. Wilson gets stoned. The Rutgers defense finally makes a play on Wilson, and that makes it 2nd down and goal from the 5. All right, since they want to do that, let's try the screenplay again. See if they can defend this. Smith, the pass, and they're all over that as well. Wilson able to break the tackle, and now he fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball, and Rutgers picks it up. The worst case scenario for the Purdue Boilermakers. Jackson Wilson, who could do no wrong, gives the ball away. Look, he broke one tackle, but the bottom line is the protection just was not there. He had one defender coming after him after another. And now we'll see what Rutgers does with this. Nothing. So it remains 14-3. Man, I can't stand when the game does that to you. Makes you fumble the ball, then makes you drop a wide open pass. But hey, we'll take it. We're going to go back to the run here. Let's go. I'm going to keep coming. When you get knocked down, get right back up. There goes Wilson again. Another massive gain for the Boilermakers. Too much Jackson Wilson here today. You take away that fumble from the Rutgers defense on the previous drive, they have just been not able to contain him. And now Purdue is back in field goal range. Jackson Wilson with 131 rushing yards, trying to add on to it right here. Looking for an opening, gains 2 more. Second down coming up for the Boilermakers. All right, since they're keyed in on me now, see what the teammates got. Fake handoff by Smith. But Smith gets crushed. You got to give Rutgers credit. Their defense is not going away. They're trying to keep the Scarlet Knights in the game. Purdue trying to stay in field goal range right here on 3rd and 14. So he'll just check this down to Wilson. He'll go out of bounds. A gain of about 6. So we should be in good enough position to add to our lead here, which we do. We make it 17-3, slowly but surely pulling away. I actually fumbled the ball on 2nd and goal earlier in this game. So had it not been for that, we'd be up probably 24-3. But shout out to our defense, and look at our numbers right here. You take away that fumble, it's been smooth sailing here today. Here's Wilson with another catch and another positive gain. That brings up 2nd down and 8. Wilson now with 84 receiving yards on 15 catches. He's willing the Boilermakers to victory here today against Rutgers. Snap to Smith. Wilson open over the middle. That's caught. Gain of 7. 3rd down and 1. And for Jackson Wilson, that's career reception number 400 in what has been a magnificent career here in the NCAA. All right, on 3rd and 1. Boilermakers looking for a fresh set of downs. They line up with Wilson in the backfield to the right. Hey, they're going to be looking for the run, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go with the all-go. Wilson hard cut over the middle, but Smith is sacked by Joel Gales. See, that's why we didn't run the ball there, because they were sending the house. But even so, the play didn't work. But no matter, our defense has been even better, holding the Rutgers Scarlet Knights to 3 points. With 42 seconds remaining in the quarter, here are the Boilermakers once again. They put the guys in motion. They fake the handoff. They're looking for Wilson. That's going to be incomplete because Smith again gets hit. All right, this looks like we can do a run play right here. Smith hands it off to Wilson. Pressure coming, but there's good blocking. Wilson up the middle for a positive gain of 2. And this should take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We're just going to let this clock run. Time is on our side. Just keep doing what we're doing, guys. With the exception of that fumble, we've had great situational awareness. Just got to keep the line moving. What also made that frustrating was that was only my 2nd fumble of my entire career. The other came earlier this year in what was ended up being like a meaningless situation. I think we were losing that game by like 10 points already against Michigan or somebody. So it wasn't as important, but it would have definitely been devastating if Rutgers had come back and won this game because of that, but they didn't. We got them right where we want them. And now on 3rd down and 8, let's see if we can't put them away. Here's Smith in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. He's got Wilson open, and it is caught! Somehow caught by Jackson Wilson for the first. 2 defenders in the vicinity, but Jackson Wilson would not be denied. He's now over 100 yards rushing and receiving here today. Remarkable performance by Jackson Wilson for the 2nd time this year. He has surpassed 200 yards in a game. 17-3 Purdue. These fans love it. Not just the team performance, but Wilson in particular. He's been on top of things here today. Wilson continues to eat up positive yardage. He's now got 139 yards on 20 carries. He has been busy here today. I tell you what, we're going to keep that clock moving. Keep feeding me the ball right here, guys. Smith taking his time, using every second of that play clock. We're in field goal range, no need to rush it. On 2nd down and 6, Smith preparing for another handoff to Jackson Wilson. There it goes. Great blocking. Wilson close to a first down. He was 1 yard short. And now it looks like Coach is going to take me out of the game because of my wear and tear. So Wilson's day is through after 21 carries for 143 yards, as well as 100-plus receiving yards and a touchdown. Purdue gets a touchdown right there. Rutgers finally gets in the end zone, but it was far too late. This was Purdue's game from the get-go. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? A clean sweep on today's episode of Ladder of Light Gaming, College Football 26, Road to Glory. Out of the bye, we had two ailing teams like ourselves, and we made sure that we were the ones getting back on track. Jackson Wilson with two memorable performances, leading to a rivalry win against Illinois and a statement over Rutgers. The Purdue Boilermakers are back in the hunt for a bowl game as they pick up their first two conference wins in the Big Ten. What can you say about that performance from Jackson Wilson? An A-plus grade, 108 receiving yards, 143 rushing yards. I had a touchdown. I thought I was going to get a second one, but we got stalled on first and goal. Like I got stuffed on a carry, and then on a screenplay I fumbled the ball because I got hit trying to get away from like three defenders. But you know, it is what it is. The defense did a great job. Everybody had each other's back today. Hey, this is what I was talking about in the last episode and many more before that. I can't do this by myself. It's got to be a team effort. I need teammates to pick me up, and that's exactly what they've done. And my performance has followed suit. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you guys haven't already. And let's get a boiler up in the comment section. Purdue is getting a little bit of mojo back on its side. After a 4-game losing streak, it's good to be home. We got some home cooking going on. We had a tough loss against Texas, but that was a top 10 opponent. When it came to an evenly matched team like Illinois and Rutgers, we showed out. What a job by Jackson Wilson. He will no doubt have Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week honors for the second straight week. And not only that, we might be the National Player of the Week. Uh-oh, witness history. Wilson has set the national career receptions record. NFL teams will definitely come calling when they see that, especially from somebody who signed on to be a running back. Hey, a dual threat. That was my goal coming into this. And we're living up to that expectation. As expected, we're the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week for the second week in a row. We didn't get the National Player of the Week, but that's okay. I am not complaining. Let's savor this, guys, because we may not have this winning feeling for much longer. I mean, I don't want to think that. I would love for us to knock off a ranked opponent like USC next game, but we got a lot of work to do if we're going to make that happen. So, we'll see what happens at practice. We'll see what happens throughout the week of preparation. And I'll catch you guys on the other side here on Ladder of Light Gaming. How about those Purdue Boilermakers bringing home back-to-back home victories as they knock off Illinois and Rutgers? We're back in the hunt for a bowl game, as we are now 4-4 in the season, needing 2 more wins in our last 4 games in order to qualify. May the peace that passes beyond all understanding and the unconditional love of Jesus Christ be yours today in his holy and almighty name. I'll see you guys for the next one. You've been watching another presentation of College Football 26, Road to Glory, hosted by Action Jackson Wilson on Heisman difficulty.